Hi, we're the New South Wales representatives for Climate Leaders, Manjot and Ashia. We're here to interview Dr Kerryn Phelps, the independent for Wentworth.
We're really excited to be able to endorse her as a climate leader, but an important part of our vetting process is this interview, and we will be grilling her quite thoroughly on her policies.
So, Kerryn, why did you run for Wentworth at the by-election in 2018? What are your main aims from 2019 onwards in Parliament?
When I ran for the Wentworth by-election, I wanted to see change in a number of areas. The first one was action on climate change. I wanted to see a more humanitarian approach to the treatment of people seeking asylum on Manus Island and Nauru, and I wanted to see children removed from Nauru so that they could live in freedom and safety. I also believed, and this is something that's been confirmed every week since, that we have a desperate need for a National Integrity Commission so that we can restore some trust in the government processes. And I also think that we need to look at the fundamental areas of government like healthcare and aged care.
As part of our youth-approved criteria, every climate leader must listen to climate experts and accept scientific consensus. Can young people rely on you to develop a climate policy based on scientific evidence? Please outline some of the scientific reports you've read to support your understanding of this issue.
Because I come from a science and medical background, I take a very scientific and evidence-based approach to policy. You really don't need to go past the IPCC report from last year to show that scientific consensus is now established, that the vast majority of scientists around the world have established that climate change is real, that a substantial amount of that is man-made, and that we need to take action at government level and at individual level in order to try to stall climate change. We are already seeing its effects in terms of air quality, in terms of what's happening in our waters, in our oceans, the bleaching of coral reefs, human health impacts of climate change. We must approach net zero emissions, and we must do that as quickly as we can. How realistic the targets are will depend on what action is taken by government and by individuals, and of course businesses as well. I think that we need to encourage investment in renewable technologies, but not invest taxpayer money in any future fossil fuel projects. I don't think we should have any new coal mines, and that includes Adani. I believe that the Adani project should be stopped, full stop.
Definitely. What do you believe are the systemic blockages of climate action in Australia, especially in politics?
I think the main blockage to action on climate change in Australia is the fact that the fossil fuel companies have such an impact in terms of their ability to lobby and in their donations to political parties. So if we eliminate the donations to political parties and we limit the ability of companies to lobby, or at least we have a register of lobbyists who are approaching political parties when they're making decisions about important things like underwriting future coal projects, then I think that we will be able to have some kind of impact on rolling back that influence.
Hello! So we just finished our interview with Dr Kerryn Phelps, and we're really excited to endorse her as a climate leader.
Authorised by C. McPhail, Climate Leaders, Canberra.